Picture this. You're swimming through the vast open ocean. You're moving at an absolutely incredible breakneck speed, and literally nothing is standing in your way. You are this powerful, unstoppable force just gliding through the water. Well, welcome to this explainer. Today we're going to unpack the fascinating biology and life of one of the ocean's most incredible marine predators, the swordfish.
It's a totally fair question, right? When we look at a swordfish, we have to ask, what exactly makes it so incredibly special? I mean, how fast can it actually swim? What is it eating out there in the vastness of the ocean? And how on earth does it use that famous sword-like anatomy we all recognize? Okay, let's dive into this.
So, getting right to it, the scientific name for the swordfish is Xiphias gladius. It's this massive predatory fish belonging to the broader billfish family. And its common name obviously comes straight from that long, flat upper jaw that looks just remarkably like a sword. Now, these are highly migratory animals, meaning they travel enormous distances all across the globe. You'll find them in tropical, temperate, and sometimes even downright cold waters across all the world's oceans, just searching for food and the right temperatures. And guys, they get huge. An adult swordfish can grow to be several meters long and get extremely heavy, all while maintaining this perfectly streamlined shape that's just built for their environment.
Section 1. The famous sword, stabbing versus slashing.
All right, it is time to bust a very popular myth. When most people think of a swordfish, they immediately picture it using that incredible bill to stab or spear its prey, almost like a knight jousting underwater, right? But the reality is actually quite different. Instead of stabbing, swordfish actually use their bill to slash or strike at fish. With a lightning-fast movement of their head, they can violently slash through a school of fish to injure or stun several prey animals all at once. It essentially knocks them silly, making them way easier to swallow.
So the best way to mentally picture this hunt is less like a pointed spear and much more like a powerful underwater blade. It's a highly dynamic, incredibly effective tool used by an active hunter, and using it requires just massive bursts of power. Let's move to Section 2 and see how this builds into a predator built for speed, making it the ocean's fastest. The swordfish is, without a doubt, one of the absolute fastest fish in the entire ocean. First off, their long, torpedo-like, streamlined bodies drastically reduce water resistance as they move. Second, they are just packed with immensely powerful muscles that provide the intense thrust needed for rapid acceleration. Put those together, and this combination allows them to produce short, phenomenal bursts of extreme speed to chase down their next meal. No fish is outswimming that. But pure speed isn't their only advantage. Now, what's really interesting about this is an incredible, almost sci-fi biological adaptation. Swordfish possess specialized tissues right near their eyes and brain that literally act as internal heaters. They actually keep those vital organs significantly warmer than the surrounding water. So, why is a built-in heating system so absolutely crucial? Well, because swordfish frequently dive hundreds of meters deep into freezing, dramatically colder waters. By keeping their eyes and brain warm in these extreme punishing conditions, they are able to rapidly process information and visually lock on to prey down where other predators would just become completely sluggish and effectively blind. It is a stunning evolutionary advantage. Which brings us to Section 3, Masters of the Deep and their vertical migrations. You see, swordfish are definitely not restricted just to the warm, sunny surface waters. They make these massive, impressive vertical migrations every single day. During the day, they expertly navigate way down deep, spending their time hunting in the cooler, darker water. Then, as night falls, they commute back upwards, migrating toward the surface waters. This yo-yo behavior is entirely driven by a fascinating phenomenon called the deep scattering layer. Basically, this is the daily vertical movement of countless small marine organisms that rise up to the surface at night and then retreat back down during the day. For the swordfish, tracking this layer is essentially like following a giant moving buffet that travels up and down through the ocean column every single day. And what exactly is on that moving buffet? Well, swordfish have a pretty diverse diet. We're talking squid, mackerel, herring, and a whole bunch of other schooling species. And remember those huge internally heated eyes we just talked about? In the dimly lit ocean depths where visibility is terribly limited, detecting this prey quickly literally means the difference between a feast and going completely hungry. Their massive eyes give them a crucial, life-saving advantage down in the dark. Section 4. The swordfish life cycle, from larva to adult. The way they grow up is just a staggering transformation. Step 1. The females reproduce by spawning, releasing literally millions of eggs, generally in warmer waters. Step 2 is wild.
They hatch as these tiny, highly vulnerable larvae that look absolutely nothing like the powerful adult fish they're destined to become. I mean, you wouldn't even recognize them. But in step 3, they grow rapidly. They quickly develop that characteristic, famous bill as they mature into absolute ocean powerhouses, having to evade a bunch of natural predators along the way.
Section 5. Why they matter? Swordfish and humans. You probably know this, but swordfish have been a highly prized target for both commercial and recreational fishing for decades. Because of their incredible size, strength, and speed, they are a massive, massive draw for sport fishermen. On top of that, their meat is incredibly popular in many parts of the world. What this means is that they face intense, ongoing human fishing pressures practically the second they reach adulthood.
Naturally, if these populations aren't properly managed, all that fishing pressure becomes a very serious problem. So the crucial point is that we absolutely must rely on essential conservation tools. We're talking modern fisheries management, strict size limits, tight catch restrictions, and vastly improved fishing methods. Utilizing these tools is just absolutely essential to reduce the pressure on swordfish populations and, of course, to protect other marine animals that might accidentally get caught up alongside them. And we need to protect them because they are crucial guardians of the ocean. Swordfish are a vital part of complex marine food webs. They help control the populations of the animals they eat. Furthermore, because they travel across these enormous swaths of the ocean and are so dependent on specific temperatures, they act as fascinating indicators of changing ocean conditions. When the environment shifts, the swordfish react, and they show us exactly how our marine ecosystems are changing overall. From their streamlined bodies, built perfectly for speed, to their unique slashing blades, those crazy warm eyes, and their deep-sea dives, they really are perfectly equipped for the open ocean. And this brilliantly illustrates a crucial point. The next time you see a swordfish, or even hear about one, remember that you are looking at far more than a fish with a strange-looking nose. You are looking at one of the ocean's most powerful, adaptable, and remarkable examples of evolution at work.
The swordfish is a true marvel, perfectly adapted to thrive everywhere from the warm, sunlit surface down to the freezing, pitch-black depths hundreds of meters below. But honestly, it leaves us with one final massive question. What other mysteries and evolutionary marvels are still hiding out there in the ocean? I mean, if the swordfish is just one single example of the incredible adaptability of marine life, just imagine what else is swimming out there in the deep, waiting to be understood. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep asking questions and keep exploring.